At Saginaw Valley State University, Dining Services has a fascinating partnership with the campus greenhouse. Through this partnership, Dining Services collects pre-consumer waste such as fruits, vegetables, and even coffee grounds, and places them in buckets located throughout the dining facilities. From there, the buckets are picked up by the members of the University Grounds Department and transported to the greenhouse to undergo vermicomposting. At the greenhouse, the waste is shredded into fine pieces and deposited into large composting beds. Anywhere from 75 to 100 pounds of waste is diverted from Dining Services each day, which turns out to be a delicious treat for the 80,000 red wiggler worms that inhabit each bed. The beds require little upkeep, as the worms do most of the work. They're kept moist with automatic sprayers as the worms break down the food into reusable soil. Buckets are placed at the end of each bed to absorb the leachate that runs out. This leachate is actually a powerful organic fertilizer known simply as worm tea. Once the tea has filled the buckets, they're dumped into a homemade filtration system and aerated. The tea can eventually be collected and reused in the greenhouse, and is even sold to university and community members for home use. Meanwhile, the soil that remains in the beds is placed in half barrels to dry. Once the soil has dried out, it's put into a modified potato cutter where it's broken down and eventually sorted. Large pieces are removed to place back into the beds, while the fine worm castings are collected and used as soil in the greenhouse. At the greenhouse, a variety of herbs, strawberries, lettuce, and even tomatoes are grown thanks to the vermicomposting process. The plants there are sprayed daily with the worm tea and produce some impressive yields.
Well, it's been a wonderful thing all the way around. Our highest costs associated with typical greenhouse have now become our lowest costs. So the cost for soil, the cost for fertilizers, pesticide, fungicide, miticide applications have dramatically decreased almost to none. And we essentially can produce all of those things here on site because of this partnership. It's really worked well. We take in the garbage in the form of all pre-consumer food waste, and we also take in shredded paper, and it comes out to here, and we do an immense amount what we're up to now compared to what we started with. But it's been kind of a self-serving system because supply and demand. We've actually been able to produce a surplus of these items because there's so much interest in this area. Then now we have actually people purchasing several different products that we produce out here at the greenhouse because of this system. Not only that, but we also have students coming out here volunteering, learning in all different fields, cross-curriculars, all the way from sociology, engineering, biology and chemistry students doing different studies and research on it, and it's really been a wonderful thing to have.
So there you have it. Saginaw Valley State University Dining Services is able to go green with the help of 80,000 red friends and help the greenhouse yield great crops and great learning opportunities for its students.